Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Marine Money. Thank you, Mr. Zhou. Yeah, as Andrew mentioned, this is the very first public appearance by CSSC Leasing, and the very first time Mr. Zhou on the stage to take an interview. We are very honored. Of course, it's also my very first to speak at Marine Money under new banner, Stephenson Harwood. Yeah. So this is an interview, so it's focusing on CSSC Leasing. Of course, we all know CSSC Leasing is a public company listed in Hong Kong, and I would say it's now a household name and has been active in the ship financing in China for the last decade. Now, may I introduce or may I invite Mr. Zhou to give us a brief overview of CSSC's leasing's past and the present. One thing you may notice is that CSSC Leasing is also part of a very big group, the CSSC Group. So, Mr. Zhou.
Okay, thank you, Peter. First of all, I want congratulations to you on your new position in Stephenson Harwood. So I hope that we can extend our good relationship and cooperations. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Morning, everyone. I'm Yuhuan from CSSC Leasing. So before I joined CSSC Leasing, I also worked in MARIC, Ship Design Institute. Then I worked another 3 years in CSSC Group, headquarters. Then I joined CSSC Leasing since 2016. So yeah, I have some experience in this industry. Okay, so just want to give you a brief introduction of CSSC Leasing. So our company was founded in 2012, and we did our first deal in 2013 for a Capesize bulk carrier built by SWS. So that vessel is the new building order is ordered by European ship owner during the 2007-8, you mean that period. So with a contract price about 90 million, very high price, and the ship owner already paid I think 30% of the down payment is around 27 million. So you know that economic crisis came. So the ship owner finally decided to abandon the vessel, even they paid so much money. And at the time, I think the vessel is already under construction. So the shipyard, SWS, decided to complete the construction of the vessel. After delivery, the market is still not recovers, so the shipyard cannot hold the vessel, hold the asset to operate by the shipyard. So our company took the vessel and operate by ourselves. So why I say so much about the first deal of our company is that I just want to reminder that the shipping market is always accompanied with high risks, and the ship owners will do abandon the vessels if some bad things happen. So you know the current shipbuilding market is a little similar to that period. I mean for the shipbuilding price or something kind of that. But maybe currently is quite different from that period. Maybe the market will not crash down immediately. So, but we should remember that the risk is always with us.
So you start with at a very difficult time, but I think the upside is that you earned so much experience in dealing with that sort of situation.
And after that, thanks to the booming Chinese ship leasing market, our company also grew very fast. I mean, at the very beginning, we did business under CSSC Group's cover. I mean, we use Group's guarantee for the refinancing. Then we can develop our leasing business. But now, after several years development, and as you mentioned, we are a listed company in Hong Kong Stock Exchange since 2019. And we have our both Fitch and S&P ratings with a high level, A-. So nowadays we fully operate as a company by ourselves. Yeah. So about the, I mean, okay.
Current
Fleet.
size.
Yeah, okay. So. We are a listed company, so you can have our information through the website or something kind of that. But I just want to say, I think till now we have 140 vessels in our fleet, and around 120 is still are in operation. I mean, on water, and the remaining 20 vessels are still under construction. So as a shipbuilding corporation background leasing companies, I think we are more focused on the new building vessels financing. And I don't think second-hand vessels are our advantages. Yeah, so, and also for the portfolio of our fleet, we are quite balanced in every segment. I think there are two reasons for this. One is that CSSC shipyards can build almost all kinds of vessels. So, and the second reason is that shipping market is always a cycle market. So we don't want to put all the eggs in one basket. We need to balance the risk and benefits.
In terms of products, finance lease, operating lease?
Yeah, we have different business models like the other leasing companies, but I think we are more flexible due to the different supervision environment. So I think currently, based on the value of the assets, we have 40% for our pure financing leasing, and the other maybe about 50% is we call it operating leasing. But the operating leasing for us, we including some self-investment and also some JV business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Now, as the last panel also mentioned, or the talk by a fellow lawyer, the geopolitical tension has been loosened up a bit in the last few weeks, but it is still there. So, like any other companies in the room, I believe CSSC Leasing has been actively adapting to change of business environment. So in June, I was in your office to kind of join a brainstorming session about USTR. So I got the impression that CSSC Leasing is not just staying there, wait and see. You do actively observe and think about what should be the next step. So given all these changes, has CSSC Leasing's overall business strategy changed in the last 12 months? And if yes, why has and what has been changed? And what is your outlook for the next 12 months? Anything that needs to be changed?
Well, I think the USTR issue is the hottest topic for this year, or maybe for next year, because the uncertainty still remains. But I don't think the USTR is the only reason to cause such a current situation for ship financing. It's caused by various reasons. I think for CSSC Leasing, we are still active in this market, even the environment is quite tough. But for us, as I just mentioned, that we are more focused on the new building ship financing. So now the shipyards are quite fully occupied. So the CSSC shipyards don't need us too much to get new building orders. So I think for the strategy side of our company, we are more focus on the risk management side on the current situation. If something changes, that I would like to say is we have to lower our expectations for the benefit of the projects due to the excessive computations among the Chinese leasing companies. I think this is the only change of our company to comply with the whole environment.
That's very interesting. Lower the expectation of the return, right? Yeah. And try to get used to that business environment. I see. So, so this is what you think about the next 12 months. Now, going back to CSSC, what do you think is the cutting edge of CSSC leasing? Now, given the market condition you just mentioned, are there anything you consider as an edge? Like any particular products, financing products that will stand out in the finance market? And being part of a big shipbuilding group, does it give you an edge? Or is it more a limitation in the current market?
Yeah, that's a very common questions that people will ask for us as a shipbuilding corporation background leasing companies. So I don't think being shipbuilding corporation background leasing companies is a limitation for us, but I think this is actually the biggest advantage for us. Because, you know, CSSC Group, we have the full industry chain participates, like the ship design institutes, shipyards, and also marine equipment manufacturers. So we can always get the first-hand information from the ship design institutes or the shipyards if some ship owners approaching them for a new ship design or inquiry about the new building orders. So we can reach out to them, or maybe the shipyards may recommend us to the ship owners if they have financing requirements. And also CSSC Group, we have higher quality shipyards, so we don't need to concern about the quality of the vessel. They were built, you know, maybe for some small private company will still concern about their qualities, and also if they will be bankrupt someday if the market goes down. So I think for that, if we doing our own group's business, we don't need to afraid too much about that.
I can testify to that, because in my last firm, I was acting for a buyer, and the buyer got financial problems, tried to get out of the contract. We act for the bank. We went to the shipyard. We hire some independent surveyor, and it is a CSSC shipyard. The surveyor come back said the ship is perfect. Yeah. We can't try to find a way to terminate the contract on the ground of the quality. so it is indeed the case.
Yes, and besides, I think our advantages in this industry is the people. Yeah, because I think most of our people have the industry background. You know, the bank loan may be more focused on the client's backgrounds, but for ship leasing, I think we should be more focused on the assets themselves. Right? It's quite different from the aviation leasing business. You don't need to take too much care about the assets, but for ships, they are quite different because we have different segments, and different segments has its own situations. Yeah.
So it's in your DNA, because CSSC Leasing is part of the shipbuilding group. So definitely you know much more about ships than other leasing companies.
Yeah. And the last one is that I think we have flexible business models for different for different business requirements. Like we can do pure financing leasing, operating leasing, self-investment, also JV business. So yeah, I think through the various business models, we can, how to say, balance our benefits, the stability of the benefits. So we can get stable income from the financing leasing, and we can we have vessels also operated in the spot market. We can share the market profit. Yeah. So we can, how to say, we can be more adapt to the market. So we are not that eager to develop a new business because that will maybe push us to passively participate in the competitions. Yeah.
I see. Yeah, just a hypothetical question. If a potential customer or someone in the room is approaching CSSC Leasing for financing, what are the do's and don'ts? Maybe could you name 3 features that will make the deal more viable for CSSC Leasing? And are there any deal breakers for CSSC Leasing? What are the important quality in your partner? I would say partner, the lessee is actually your partner, that CSSC Leasing is looking for?
Yeah, it's a difficult question, I think. So many clients or some brokers approaching us and ask, what's your main terms for a project? So that is quite difficult to answer, because I think for a deal that is quite case by case, because every project has its own background. But in general, I would say the first most important reason that we will consider to provide financing is that the vessels will be built in CSSC shipyards. So as a shipbuilding background, the corporation background, the leasing companies, we always support our group's main business is shipbuilding, and we always support the Chinese shipbuilding industry. Right? This is the first one. And the second one I think we need to consider is the viability of the project itself, right? It includes many factors like the credit background of the shipowner, and whether the project has a clear purpose, and if there are any stable income, TC or COA in the back of the project. So that's the second one. And the third one, of course, is the economic viability, right? So I think the main purpose for companies to earn money. So if the project is not that economic efficient, so I think that is important reason for us to consider whether we will continue the project. Yeah.
In reverse, any deal breakers as well? Definitely no?
Deal breakers, I would say, the first one is the client itself. As you may know, that we have we need to check the reputation of the shipowner. So if the guy comes to us, it's not right. So I think at the very beginning, we'll reject the deal, right? And the second one, is quite, under current high shipbuilding price environment, that we still want to control the risk of the assets, especially under current situation. So if someone requires very high leverage of the vessel, it's quite challenging to us, because we think for ship leasing business, the asset value is always the most important thing to the project. Yeah, and the third one is that we have our bottom line for that is your major that I mean for the major terms of the contract, like LTV, something I know that some leasing companies now are not insisting in like LTV clause, but for me, I think it's quite dangerous because the shipping market is quite fragile. So if when delivery the fair market value is lower than the shipbuilding price, that will cause a very headache problem. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Because in particular, when you started in a very difficult time in shipping, I think that is also in your DNA to be more risk averse. And I like what you mentioned about the reputation. If the guy is not right, of course, it's very difficult. But a lot of times, in my whole career, of course, as a lawyer, we do the legal work. But the bankers would come and talk to me. Hey, Peter, yeah, you and I went into the meeting room. Have you sensed any red flag? It could be quite subjective. It's like things like, oh, is this company real? Or that kind of thing. Yeah, it's a bit like choosing lawyers, right? Yeah, the reputation and the feeling. But well, thank you very much, Mr. Zhou. I think it's the very first time you appear and then speak at Marine Money. I think you've done very well. Well, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.